Everyone remembers Jordan flying, the dunks, the tongue out, the fadeaway over three defenders. That's not how he scored most of his points. Go back and watch the tape, not the highlight reels, the actual games, and you'll see something almost disappointing. He scored over and over with three moves so simple that nobody bothers teaching them anymore. No ankle breakers, no circus finishes, just control. And they're still the most effective scoring moves in basketball because nobody guards what nobody practices. Here they are. Move 1. The 2-foot stop. We think of Jordan as a high flyer, and he was. But watch him get into the paint and something happens that nobody talks about. When the floor gets crowded and he's moving too fast, he doesn't force it. He gathers, drops low, and lands on 2 feet. Here's why that one move is worth more than any crossover you'll ever learn. The instant both feet hit together, you've stopped the chaos and given yourself every option there is. Rise and finish. Pump fake. Pivot. Kick it out to the corner. You went from committing to one bad idea at full speed to having a menu. 2 things make it work. Stay low, not a big bunny hop, more like dropping into a chair. And stay light. If your feet thud, you're landing too hard, which is slow and rough on your knees. You want a quiet squeak, not a bang? Most players think playing fast is playing aggressive. It's actually how you turn the ball over. Every wild layup, every pass slung into traffic, that's a possession a 2-foot stop would have saved. Turn those into buckets and your scoring changes overnight. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because once defenders respect you, they start doing something you can punish. Move 2. The pump fake into a step through. Once you're a real scoring threat, defenders bite. They leave their feet. And Jordan built an entire scoring package out of what to do with a defender who's already in the air. Most players butcher the pump fake, and here's the reason. They fake with their whole body, they unload, they stand up. Now the defender jumps and they've got nothing left to explode with. You sell the ball, not the body. Snap your eyes up to the rim, raise the ball like the shot's going, but your hips stay down and your legs stay loaded. Ball goes up, body stays coiled, then the step through. The second they leave their feet, plant your pivot foot and take one long step through the space they just gave up. Not around them, through them. Then finish however the defense lets you. Scoop, floater, layup, or dump it off if help rotates. And a quick note before someone in your gym argues about it. You can lift your pivot foot on a step through as long as the ball leaves your hands before that foot comes back down. It's legal. Some rec refs will call it anyway, so know your league. Move 3, spin options. Almost everyone learns a spin move and then ruins it the same way. They use it for exactly one thing, every single time. Always spin into the layup, or always spin into the jumper. And defenders read that in about 2 possessions. They stop guarding the spin entirely and just wait for the thing you always do after it. Then they take the ball off you. Here's the reframe. The spin isn't the move. The spin is what creates the advantage. What you do next is the move. And it has to change based on what the defense hands you. This was Jordan's real gift, and it's the least flashy thing about his game. He'd drive, get cut off, spin back, and then read it. Defender back on their heels, rise into the jumper, flying at him, pump fake and step through, overcommitted to the spin, reverse pivot and finish the other way. Same spin, 3 different endings, nothing to sit on. And one detail makes every one of those finishes go in. Whatever you choose out of that spin, get your shooting side hip pointed at the rim before you go up. If you shoot right-handed, that right hip squares to the basket as you rise. Do that, and your shoulders, elbow, and release all line up on their own. Almost every miss out of a spin comes from a body still turned sideways when the ball goes up. Get the hip around first, and the shot straightens itself out. So that's what's hiding in the tape. A 2-foot stop that turns turnovers into options. A pump fake step through that punishes every defender who bites. and spin options with the hip on the rim that make you impossible to predict. None of it would make a mixtape. That's exactly why it worked, and why it still works. The greatest scorer in the game got there on moves nobody bothers to guard, because nobody bothers to learn them. So learn them, put them in your bag this week, and go score without ever breaking a single ankle. The real work starts right now.